Taylor Swift leaves fans in tears with one special moment as Eras tour comes to an end. UK fans who've snagged tickets to a Taylor Swift gig know well enough that the American superstar loves to dazzle with surprise local celebs on stage. Think Ed Sheeran or Florence Welch. Now, imagine the buzz for those in Vancouver, Canada, as Taylor wraps up her colossal 22-month world tour on December 8th, having rocked out at 149 shows worldwide. Her musical journey has spanned 5 continents, hitting spots as varied as Rio de Janeiro, Lyon, and Tokyo, with a record-breaking crowd of 96,000 at Australia's Melbourne Cricket Club. Time magazine reports the Eras tour is set to rake in over £1.5 billion, and the Taylor Swift effect is real. Cities thrive economically whenever she's around, as reported by OK. Kathy Pearson, who attended the Munich show with her daughter Fran, gushed, "My daughter and I both cried happy tears when she played her 10-minute version of All Too Well, because it's the first song my daughter ever made me listen to. We'll always remember that special moment, and it felt like we were witnessing history too. She's a star of a generation. I felt like she was singing to me, dancing to me. She's every woman, but she's the woman. She's a consummate performer, but one who feels authentic and genuine." Taylor herself has proclaimed, "The Eras tour is the most exhausting, all-encompassing, but most joyful, most rewarding, most wonderful thing that has ever happened in my life." Showbiz guru Sasha Taylor Cox chimed in on the spectacle's significance, observing, "What the Eras tour has showcased is how well Taylor has prepared, how she's got her finger on the pulse, and how she lives an incredibly healthy life in order to do this. It's just a huge production and a huge show." Launching with a bang on St. Patrick's Day 2023 in Glendale, Arizona, the Eras tour promised a whopping 52-date spree across the U.S. Packed with a staggering minimum of 44 hits and extending for over 3.5 hours featuring at least 16 wardrobe swaps, Swift's tour is an elaborate salute to her diverse eras encapsulated in each studio album. From her country roots to folk nuances and pop anthems, there was a melody for every type of Swiftie, whether they've been fans since her 2006 ascent or only recently hopped on the Swift bandwagon. Fans often grumble when artists abandon their most beloved hits for their new stuff, but in Taylor's case, the alteration of her setlist from the Paris show on May 9th onwards to incorporate new tracks from the Tortured Poets department only amplified the buzz around the tour. The opening number, Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince, remained unchanged, but the singer dropped 6 songs including The Archer and The Last Great American Dynasty to include But Daddy I Love Him and The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, among others. Taylor also reshuffled the eras, kicking off with Lover, progressing to Fearless, Red, Speak Now and Reputation, before merging Folklore and Evermore. Then came 1989, followed by the fresh edition of the Tortured Poets department, the surprise song segment, and finally wrapping up with Midnights. For someone like pop culture expert and journalist Kelsey Barnes, it's helped keep the tour vibrant. She's attended 7 times and shares, "I went to the first and second night in Arizona, which was crazy because every single song was a surprise song at that point. We didn't know what to expect. I've been twice in Detroit, once in Edinburgh and twice in London, on the 17th and the 20th of August." Kelsey also points out that by re-recording albums, after losing a battle for the master rights to her first 6 albums, Taylor recorded new versions. New generations have been introduced to her older work, which has also contributed to the success of the Eras tour. She enthuses, "The message is even if you weren't there back then, you're still welcome now. You can come listen to the new versions of these albums. Regardless of whether you started to be a fan back in 2009 like I was, or you started to become a fan in 2019 and you didn't get a chance to go to the Fearless tour, the Eras tour encapsulates her entire career, and that's why people have been so desperate to get tickets for it."